pull in here and I'll reset the drone. I'll reset the GPS and we will continue. Alright, well that's part 2. I hope you enjoyed the part 2 from the Outpost Cafe to the Flying Bean. Don't forget to subscribe and share, you know the drill. Alright, so I'll catch you in part 3. Bye for now. Well, good morning. Part 3 of a 3-part video, 3-part series of my favourite ride along the Gold Coast hinterland. As I mentioned in part 1, which was from the Spice of Life Cafe on top of Mount Tambourine down to the Outpost Cafe at Canungra. One of my subscribers asked me to give some more information about my favourite rides around the Gold Coast hinterland. So rather than have one long video, I've broken up 3 parts. Part 1 from the Spice of Life to the Outpost Cafe. Part 2 from the Outpost Cafe to the Flying Bean, which I've just finished. And part 3 is from the Flying Bean Cafe down to BoB, the bottom of Beechmont. And we're going to go through a lot of twisties. So I got in a house here on the right, and I'll see if I can slow down. And now look at his views. That's the ocean down there, and I'm going to pull in, just see if I can show you. Right, well this is the Numinbah Valley. You can see that's the Pacific Ocean over there, and the Gold Coast is down. Can't quite see it, but we will later. And that point, like the shape of a cone, that's Mount Warning, and that is the core of the old extinct volcano. So you get an eye, and I'm guessing from here to Mount Warning is, I don't know, a dead straight line, maybe 20k, maybe longer. So if you can imagine that was the core of the volcano, you can get an idea of how massive this super volcano was 60 odd million years ago. This is a community hall here. They have markets here from time to time and other stuff that you'd expect to find in a community hall. Right, let's get back out on the road. Make sure that everything's okay, so nothing. Oh, here comes the car. Yeah. Still recording. Excellent. Alright, let's get out of here. Motorcycle. And another one. I'll pull over and let them join up. There you go. Good. This is a little dairy farm. You can smell the fresh cow shit in the morning. Yeah. Right, there's a view of the Gold Coast. You won't be able to see it. I can see it. GoPro won't pick it up, but I can see the top of some skyscrapers. What's the temperature? 15 degrees. I think when I left home, or when I was first arrived at the Spice of Life Cafe, it was only about 8 or 9. It's always colder up on the mountain, but anyway. So we're still on the plateau. Very shortly, probably in another 1 kilometre, we're going to start descending and we'll get into twisties. And it's pretty much all the way to BoB, the bottom of Beechmont twisties. So as soon as we get around this corner, it's going to start descending and we're right in amongst the twisties. And on the left you're going to see several houses. There they are. Very pretty. And their view, oh, I missed it. I should have stopped up there and shared the view with you. Another Triumph Tiger. Right, koalas and kangaroos next to 11k. I don't like it when you get loose gravel on the side of the road there. You're not careful, you come around and you lose your traction and next thing you know you're sliding down the road. Now, I've got a car up my butt, I'll pull over and let him go very shortly. There's nothing worse than when you get stuck behind a slow driver or rider, and especially if you've got business to do and you want kids to drop off, or you're on the way to work, or you don't want to be held up by someone that's way under the speed limit, which I am. Well, actually now I'm almost 60, but I was going a bit slower than that, so I'll pull over just around this corner here and let him go. I don't like to have someone up my bum. Not a pleasant feeling. And it's annoying if you're the person behind, especially if they won't pull over and they've got a chance. So I'm going to pull over here. Here we go, and let him go. There you go, mate. There you go. Now he's not going very fast, he's not speeding, but just goes to give you an idea of how slow I was going. Right, Lower Beechmont. Now there is no state school here, so any kids that live here I guess have got to be bused to the Beechmont State School, the one that we went past on the roundabout, the new one. Or if the parents want to take them down to Nerang, they could do that, go to Nerang State School. There's a couple of state schools down there. Nice little cafe. Where is it? Oh, I thought it was on the right, but a little bit further up yet. Nice little cafe. maybe I've gone past it. Must have. I have. Morning. Looks like a Honda 750, what do they call it? Not Africa Twin. God. So we've just left Lower Beechmont and back into more twisties through the rainforest. Here we go. Nice little Mazda MX-5. My wife's got one of those. Hers is a hard top. How are you, dear? Hope you're having a nice day. Alright, some land slippage work, retaining work. We can't be too far from the bit of road that the landslip area, the slippage that shut this road for best part of a year, and then another 6 months after that when it was open one way. This is it here. So the whole side of that on the left collapsed and took out all of this road, and it was a big job to open it, rebuild it. They had red lights and they had ATCO huts along here and traffic control and you name it. It was all along here. This was all a heavy construction site. If you lived on the other side of that, like Lower Beechmont, you had to go right up through Canungra to get down to the Gold Coast. So if your kid went to school at Nerang, instead of a 15-minute drive down to Nerang, it was more like an hour each way. Anyway. Anyway. As a famous man once said, it is what it is. Almost there. Well, what have we got? 1k to go. So for the motorcycle rider, there's plenty of twisties, and you can see that's a fair while ago that happened. That's probably almost 10 years ago that shut the road, not for very long, maybe 6 weeks or something. Yeah. And any time you get prolonged rain, you're going to get land slippage along here. $300 meters. And we are going to go left. And this will be the end of part 3. This is BoB, the bottom of Beechmont Road, actually. And we quite often pull over here and meet up with the boys club members, just where these 2 cars are. We meet up there, that's our meeting spot. So if you say we're going to meet at BoB, that's where we meet. And we head off to the Flying Bean, and look at all these guys going for a ride. Very nice. Alright, that's it. Thank you. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed these 3 rides. Bye for now.